Humans, Orc, your Andalites, Ears, and Taxons. If you managed to find some headphones, welcome to the Wonder Years. For all your Animorphs rewatching and eventual rereading needs, I'm Sarah. Sorry about the fan in the background, but it's hot as piss in my room, and I am not turning it off.
And I'm Seda.
I apologize for the amount of effort you go through to make your audio sound good, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna have a fan on the whole time. I'm not gonna suffer from my art this time. It's fucking hot. I don't have shorts available.
Okay.
I need to turn my jeans into jorts.
Yeah, 'tis time.
'Tis time.
Spring those jants back into jorts.
So this is the Wonder Years, everyone. How you been, Seda?
I'm good.
Hell yeah.
Wearing socks. Got a good outfit on.
Hell yeah. You doing anything tonight?
No.
Just looking good for yourself?
Well, I was gonna do something earlier and then I didn't, so
hey, I mean,
still...
sometimes you just gotta fucking look good for yourself. Lord knows I do that all the fucking time.
Yeah.
So the Animorphs,
right? Yeah.
I don't know, what have I been up to this week? I don't think I didn't do it.
See, this is the thing. This is why I hate this question, because we do this every week and I have nothing going on in my life, and being asked like, "Oh, what's new? Yeah, what are you up to?" every fucking week is like nothing. I told you everything that I can, everything. I've done all of this stuff. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's just how weekly things work, where it's like every single week this happens again and I'm like, I don't know anything. I've never done anything once even entirely ever in my life. I don't know. Weeks just happen so much more quickly than you think they do, and every week it's like, oh, it's this weekly thing's happening again, right? Like, I'm trying to put videos out every week, and somehow every single week I'm like, oh, that was another week of my life, huh? Being old is tough.
You sure you don't want to record tomorrow?
I'm in a good mood. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. No, that's fine. I was just like, I'm racking my brain for shit that, because like, I normally at least have like one weird thing that happened to me, but like, fucking, I can't leave the house. Yeah. So like, the best I can do is like, I saw a weird Twitter. I saw a weird account on Twitter. That's about the extent of my fucking. I got Mexican food today, and I almost got a margarita, but I didn't.
Great. I mean, no one's here for our lives, so I don't see why it matters.
Damn.
All
right.
I don't know. I'm not. This is fine. Oh, I did go to a garage sale.
Fuck you!
And this is the important...
Fuck entirely! Oh. Go on, please. Tell me more about the garage sale.
The punchline is that I found a Homestuck Tarot deck. Thanks.
You took pictures, right? Did I miss this somehow?
I don't know if I posted about it, but it was $2 and I bought it, and I was joking. It was my friend who was running the sale, and they were like, yeah, I donated, like, I gave a shit ton to the Homestuck Kickstarter back in the day, so technically I just lost $78 on these tarot cards. And I was like, yeah.
I need a second. I cannot believe how deep you buried that lead. Like, you were just like, nothing is happening. The people are not coming here for our lives, so what the fuck does it matter? A minute tirade of why me asking you how you been is a bad question.
I wasn't trying to be mean. I was saying that it's an insecurity that I have.
But then for you to like do all that and then come out the gates banging with, I found a Homestuck Tarot deck at a garage sale.
Yeah, I mean, it would have come up naturally. It's across the room, and I just looked over at it. It would have come up at some point in the episode, you know?
Yeah, I know. We need to include a picture of that in the album art or something for this episode.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So you want to talk about Animorphs?
No.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming, everyone. This has been the Wonder Years. Keep your hand on the Escafil device.
Yep.
Bye.
It's out in your hands.
Your hands. Hold on. Hold back the darkness. So this is karaoke. This is Karaoke Morphs, where we turn into people who have good singing voices. Well, Seda doesn't have to do that. I do.
I was like,
Halfway through that sentence, I remember like, wait, Seda is both is A, a musician, and B, a very good one. Like, that wasn't me backpedaling. I just, like, the joke did not really take into account what reality was for a second.
Yeah,
and I
no,
was
that's
like,
okay. We've all been
wait,
there.
Seda can sing. Seda can sing very well.
I appreciate that, by the way. Yeah, we watched a 2-parter called, what was it called?
The Leader?
Leader, or something like that. Yeah.
The I don't fucking know. The whatever.
Yeah. And I have to say, this is possibly, I think it is definitely my favorite cold open the show has done yet, which is we come to on Visser doing this, like, villain monologue about, like, bugs. Well, specifically, he's like, do you know how beetles stalk their prey? They smell fear. And it's like, whoa, bud, don't know about that. But I do love everything that you've got going on. And first of all, not only is the monologue incredible and so over the top, which is everything I love about Visser 3, he's, like, monologuing, and then very quietly his scientist, you know, minion is like, yes, sir. I do know.
Yep. It's like every conversation I've ever had with my dad where, like, I tell him, yes, Dad, I do know how to, like, unclog a toilet, and then he, like, walks me through step by step of, like, how to put the plunger in, how to, like, exert force, and I'm just like, yes, Dad, I know how to unclog a toilet. I don't know why that's the first thing that came to my mind, but that's just kind of how talking to dads is.
Yep, it sure is. Yeah.
And then the guy just, like, starts twiddling with his device in his hand, and Visser 3 starts to, like, slightly demorph from human into Andalite, and he is like, I will not have any more failures.
Okay. You really seem to think he said failures in this spectacularly weird way. I think that he says it in as weird a way as he says every other word. So
I just felt like I feel like the pronunciation would not have been so weird if he did not put so much stank on it. Like, he fucking, like, he greased and buttered that word in the delivery.
It literally did not stick out to me at all, to the point where when you were like, is that really the take they went with? It took me, like, a good amount of explanation to even understand what you were talking about. I feel like that's just the weird way he talks, but it is weird, so I guess that's fine.
Yeah, like, that one just kind of stuck out to me. Again, the stank.
Yeah, sure.
He put some stank on it, but maybe I'm just fucking...
But also, to be fair, my literal third note for this episode is, in all caps, no punctuation, I'm obsessed with Visser 3, so I probably give him a little bit more, you know, leeway.
Call out post for Seda nudity, Visser 3 apologist.
He's just the best part of the show. I mean, we get some really good villain shit in these episodes.
Yeah.
And I'm a sucker for a villain. I'm a sucker for somebody who is in a very low stakes project and uses it as an excuse to just destroy the scenery. Just get it all caught up in their canines. Makes me so happy. So I love him.
Oh man, that scenery is a 3-course meal for him.
Yeah.
Like, he's just the best part about working on the show for him was that he got paid and he did not have to pay, he didn't have to buy any food. He just ate, like, the fucking set. Like, That's just what he was doing.
It's great.
It's excellent. I love I love Victor Trent. Don't get me wrong here. I got really hung up on the way he said failures, because it took me a while to register that was the word he said, because, like, I just heard, like, fizz.
Yeah, it's...
No more fizz!
It's very
Let
good.
that soda sit before you open it. Thanks.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was really caught up in, what happens later. I morphed into the future, as they say. The scientist is testing
warged
this...
the past.
What?
You warged the past.
But the opposite.
Yeah. You time travel future past double warged, like in the season 6, like in that episode of Game of Thrones.
Don't. I don't even want to think about it as a joke. I'm so glad it's almost over.
I literally haven't watched an episode since mid-season 3, and I watched the season 6
I don't want to think about it as a joke.
Okay, sorry.
I don't want to give it any fucking brain real estate, you know? I'm just that done. And
okay.
I, again, have not watched it for a few years. And I watched all of Glee. I know that I always bring this up when I'm defending the fact that I stopped watching a show. I watched every season of Glee. I am the only person who has seen every single episode of Glee. The creators of Glee have not seen every single episode of Glee, and I have, and I stopped watching Game of Thrones.
How far did you make it in Game of Thrones?
Fuck if I know. Who cares?
Oh, okay.
So the scientist has a device that can detect morph energy.
And demorphs them.
Does it?
And then, yeah, it demorphs, like, Visser 3, doesn't it?
No, I think that he's just messing with his morph so that they can see if it works.
Because to me, the way it was framed,
he didn't want to morph all the way because he wanted to keep talking with his human mouth.
The way it was framed to me just kind of looked like he like pointed at Visser 3, and Visser 3 like kind of lost his constitution for a second, and then reformed into a solid being. Like not on purpose, but I guess that probably makes more sense given what happens later in the episode.
Yeah, it's both that, and also I can't imagine that any of his scientists would survive testing a weapon on him, even if it makes the most sense. Like, first, he wouldn't volunteer for it, and if anyone tried, he'd just kill them. So that's why I don't think it necessarily does, like, demorphs him, but it could be. And we get our opening credits, we get our little Jake monologue, as usual, and then we get this immediately go into this very domestic scene of Marco and his dad painting their living room. Marco paints like a 50th of the room and then falls face first into the fucking like paint roller tray, and then they have a paint fight. Yeah, but even before that, they're doing these because they're establishing sort of this is gonna be a Marco mom heavy couple of episodes.
Yep.
They're taking all the paintings off the wall so that they can paint the wall, and they see this hand turkey, and I immediately got so hung up on the fact that it is obviously a hand turkey. They say that it's supposed to have been drawn by Marco as a kid, but it is the size of Marco's like full-grown adult hand.
It should look like Tarzan and Jane, like Marco putting his hand into it. It just looked like fucking Tarzan and Tarzan.
Yeah, and at first I mean, okay, so they had to put it high up on the wall because there had to be a painting over it. At first I was going to complain, like, why is it so high on the wall if he was a kid? But then the story, they were like, remember, you pulled the ladder over here and you drew it, so that is fine. I don't understand why they planned ahead enough to know that the height would be a weird thing, but not the size. I don't know. It's fine. And then, yeah, they do have their sort of cute family bonding with paint, but it does involve Marco's dad just pouring a full can of paint on both of them, and paint is not cheap.
Paint is not cheap. Paint costs a lot of money.
Yeah. But, you know, it's cute, and
they go above and beyond, like, the fucking, like, from the, romantic comedy montage of the married couple, like, fighting with paint, like, because Marco's dad very much does just pour out the entire pan of paint onto Marco's head at one point.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's not like a boop with a brush on the nose. It's like, okay, I'm gonna full-on Slimer you, just, like, it's really intense. But it gives them a chance to, like, show that I'm actually... They do it explicitly later, but I'm mildly impressed. This is me giving too much credit to the show, as usual.
As always. That's just like, I feel like that's just like the subtitle of our podcast, giving too much credit to the show.
If you, like, you can actually see the arc of Marco's dad, like, behind the scenes over the course of the first season so far, because we've seen him be very sad and very non-functional, and now he's... I think this is probably partially just credit to the actor that he knows to give him sort of a bigger, like, more happy energy in this, which is nice because that is discussed explicitly in the books, and it is sort of mentioned later when Marco's talking about why he has to, you know, stick around and always be there for his dad. But it's just nice. It's nice to see, and it's nice to make that they, like, make a specific example of it.
Yeah. And good on you, Frank Pellegrino.
Yeah. Oh, is that his name?
Yeah, that's the actor's name.
That fucking rules.
It's a good name.
Frank Pellegrino. welcomes you. We get an inexplicable scene transition, which is that we have music playing, and then it turns out that music is diegetic, and Jake turns it off. But I have this, like...
hold on. The thing is about this that was phenomenal to me is that, like, I was so shocked that the music was diegetic, because, like, he did shout about the music being loud, which, like, that should have clued me in, but, like, Jake does very much go through the room and, like, try and like, drum to the beat, but, like... Obviously, Shawn Ashmore has no rhythm because when he turns the music off, it's off. Like, there is no correlation between the way he's, like, swinging his drumsticks around and the song that is playing.
It's so great. He's just, like, practicing. He's like, full-on Angel from Renting around his room, just, like, drumming on everything, which makes me so happy. He's just like, ba-ba-da-da, ba-ba-da-da, da-ba-da, and turns the music off, and you're like, but... After having yelled down, like, fine, I'll turn it off, but it helps me think. No, it doesn't. It helps you practice your cool street drumming, bud. I know what you're up to.
Oh my god, do you think in an alternate universe Jake would have just wound up, like, busking in a subway station?
No, but I think that he would always think about it.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah. He's not much of a performer, really. And he has to turn the music off because his brother's getting a phone call, and he transforms into Homer to go spy on him, which is very funny because it means we get this scene of Tom, like, sitting on the bed, and then a dog's face just peering around the doorframe, like,
It's a little bit like, you've seen The Thing, right?
Yeah.
You know that scene after the dog first gets, like, absorbed by the thing and it walks into the kitchen?
Yeah.
And there's, like, that really creepy scene of the dog doing, like, some incredible acting for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, he just, like, peeks his head in just like that.
Yeah.
And then walks in the rest of the way. I've been thinking about that scene a lot lately. The Thing is a good fucking movie.
It is, yeah. Oh, hi, Geralt. Geralt's here to spy on me. And they do this weird bit where, like, Tom, like, picks up a piece of paper, and Homer, like, Jake Homer wrestles it from him, and then...
Jomer, please.
Yeah. Oh, great. No, that's Denim Homer. And...
If Homer wore jeans, would he wear them like this or like that?
Yeah. And Tom is talking about how there's another Kandrona Ray, and there's another Visser, big deal Visser happening. And then, oh no, the real Homer barks outside, and Tom's like... suspicious, but not suspicious enough, which, as I've said multiple times, is a running problem in this television show about heroes that can turn into animals and the people who they're fighting not being suspicious enough of animals. Mm-hmm. It's very ridiculous, but it does mean we get a great scene of Tom, like, coming out of the room and turning to Jake and being like, yo, did you see Homer up here? And Jake just sort of shaking his head and then spitting out the paper that he stole as Homer, which did make me think about, okay, if I had a toy and I was playing with it with a dog and the dog got their mouth all over the toy, I wouldn't put that toy in my mouth. And it just, like, so the paper was in a dog's mouth, but it was his own mouth.
Holy shit.
Does that make a difference? Does the spit also transform? Does it turn from dog spit to human spit, or does he turn into human and taste of dog in mouth? Because of paper.
Hold on, I know we are giving the idea of morphing far more thought than Capelgate probably ever did. Mm. But I just need a second to process that.
Yeah.
I think the paper is still covered in dog slobber and tastes like dog mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, like, does that mean that, like, Jake just has, like, dog slobber? Like, even if there wasn't a paper in there, would, like, when he morphs back, is there, like, dog slobber still in his mouth? Because, like,
I think I would say definitely no without the introduction of a foreign object.
Okay.
I think that's sort of the thing that it hinges on for me.
Another question that I have, I'm just curious. Say, like, you know how in the books, like, you can only keep any clothes on you that are, like, skin tight, which is why everyone was always wearing, like, leotards and shit to morph?
Yeah.
If you put on, like, some really tight dog clothes on Jake while he was Homer, What would happen?
Okay, well, morphing doesn't affect items, I think, that...
Right. Because, like,
Because otherwise they would, like, it wouldn't be dangerous to morph when they're, like, trapped in the dirt or in wood or something. I think that what would happen is Jake would Hulk out of his cool little t-shirt that says Mommy's Little Prince or something.
I don't know if Jake is muscular enough to Hulk out of a shirt like that.
Well,
Homer is a very large dog.
I guess, but like a dog shirt is still smaller than a human body.
Especially if it was skin tight. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, stupid question. This was answered in book 5 when Marco and Jake had to morph the lobsters and didn't have the rubber bands on their claws.
Oh, yeah. True. So yeah, they learn that there's a second Kandrona ray, and Visser 1, or some big deal, is coming to visit, and Jake runs over to tell Marco, and being who I am, the most important thing I took away from this scene was that Marco has a crush on Buffy, which of course he does. Sarah Michelle Gellar is incredible, but more importantly to me, what that means is that Marco absolutely watches Buffy.
Yep.
And that makes me very, very happy.
Oh, yeah.
And he'd be like, oh, yeah, I don't know, she's just, like, so hot. But inside, he's like, this is amazing.
He's also probably a little bit like at Xander without realizing it. Just like a little bit. Like.
Well, yeah, I don't think that Marco would have a crush on Xander because Marco is such a Xander. But.
Would he have a crush on Angel?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, God.
I love Angel. I'm not even going to front.
No, I just, like, I think, I read books. I read, like, Buffy the Vampire... Well, I read books... I read Angel books before I actually watched any of the show, Buffy or Angel. And I like the character. I just do not like David Boreanaz.
Yeah,
Like, something about that guy's
we
face
can't get
just,
into
like...
this again.
You're right. Okay, but hold on. This does make me realize that my dad has 2 entertainers that, like, he just hates their faces and voices and everything about them. He cannot stand them, and it's the weirdest thing in the world. He hates Mandy Patinkin. He hates him. He hates to see his face. He hates to hear his voice. He hates everything about that guy, which is weird because my dad pretty much is Mandy Patinkin with a little bit more hair. And he gets nauseated whenever he hears Hootie and the Blowfish.
Huh.
Like, it's not even a conscious thing. Like, one time I think one time he horked in, like a Wegman, like, in a grocery store or something. And then later, like, my mom was, like, listening to his song. Like, my mom was really enjoying the song that was on the radio, and it turned out to be a Hootie and the Blowfish song. Completely unbeknownst to my dad.
Huh.
Yeah.
Very specific polls.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Interesting.
It's especially uncomfortable because my sister loves Criminal Minds, especially the first 2 seasons, and she loves watching them. Uh-huh. Yeah, and, you know, Mandy Patinkin's on those.
Right.
And my dad hates to see it.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Anyways.
And, yeah, speaking of parents, we get these soap opera zooms as Marco talks about his mom, which is almost distracted me from how really good Boris's acting is in this scene, just because the really zooms were so weird. I think it's just something about the color of the walls and the drop sheets and the slow zooms was like the most soap opera I've ever seen this show be. But
like,
it was
Boris Cabrera fucking brings the heat.
Yeah. He actually cries just talking about his mom and talking about how he can't put himself in danger anymore because he's all his dad has.
Yep.
And he brings up, before my mom went out on her boat trips, she would always tell me half of a riddle so that I could always be reassured that she would come back. Which is just such a lovely little detail that I do not remember being in the books.
It wasn't. This is also, I think, the first time we hear about how Marco's mother actually did die, quotes. Because, I mean, in the books it is explicitly stated that she did die at sea. Well, die. She was pronounced dead at sea because, she is Visser 1 and everything. But this is the first time we hear it. And I don't think it's actually explicitly stated in the episode. It's implied, definitely, but like I don't think it's ever like talked about like Marco's mother like sailing out one day. It's implied.
Yeah, it's. I feel like it's implied heavily enough. I think that probably they thought that stating it outright would be too dark.
Yeah.
Because there's a big difference between talking your way around somebody's death and being like, "Yep, so this is how they died." So I think it makes sense how they kind of. I think that they handle it surprisingly well for whatever stupid restrictions they felt they were under.
Yeah.
And yeah, so basically Marco quits the gang.
Yep.
It lasts about 15 seconds.
That's the Always Sunny music, right? Or am I thinking of the Curb Your Enthusiasm
yeah,
music?
I see where you were coming from with that. Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to place it. Yeah. Yeah.
I always confuse that with Curb Your Enthusiasm music.
I know the Curb theme, I guess, but I would definitely not be able to place it. So who knows?
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh yeah. We join Rachel and Cassie outside of the facility that they're pretty sure the Kandrona Ray is in, and it's unfortunately later explicitly painted as a weird romantic thing, but it made me so happy that we get a continuation of Rachel and Marco's friendship, where Rachel is like hanging out with Cassie and they're talking about the mission, and then she's like, ugh, just doesn't feel right without Marco complaining, which was like, oh, friendship. And then fucking later they have to have Cassie be like, okay, lovebirds. It's like, no, stop.
Oh God. So, do we just get into the mission from here?
Yeah, pretty much. Jake and
the rest of the show is the mission. Yeah.
Yeah, Jake and Marco come and join them. Marco's like, "Did I hear you missed me?" And Rachel like socks him in the face, pretty much, just like, "Fuck you! I'd never miss you." I love them so much. They're such doofuses.
They're such good friends.
And then at this point, they break into the facility, and pretty quickly we get into the unfortunate. Unbalanced A and B plot that is like when you split the party in D&D and only half of the party follows the actual plot and the other half has to like do busy work that the DM makes up for a little while until you can reunite the entire party.
Yeah. Did you mean Friends at the Table season 0 boat party?
No, because their balance is good.
Yeah, okay. That was the first thing that came to mind. It was a joke, and honestly, I haven't finished Seasons of Huron. What is it? What's the first season? Is it Seasons?
I don't know any names of anything, just as a general thing, even if I've listened to them.
Valid.
Yeah.
That was an inaccurate joke. My apologies.
It was just because the thing that I said was negative, and I don't want that to be. I don't want any insinuation that is. Wow, sorry, I'm trying to read and talk at the same time.
I think I get you.
Going.
The thing I always think about the thing about Friends at the Table is like I cannot if I have other stuff in my podcast feed, I have a hard time like listening to it for some reason. I can't really place it. So like I'm trying to clear out my podcast back catalog so I can go and listen to Friends at the Table. But like I'm going from oldest to most recent. So like I'll listen to the oldest episode, and then it will go to like episode 6 of Counterweight and be like, and then like 4 seconds of Austin Walker talking, and I have listened to maybe like 10 minutes of episode 6 of Counterweight completely on accident because I am not quick enough swapping my podcast feed to the next one. Sorry, my dog's barking, by the way. Someone's home, and I'm probably going to have to turn off my mic in a hot second to shout at them.
Okay. We get a moment that works really well in this moment. Later I'm going to have to talk about it more critically, which is that Marco and Jake decide to go in to sort of do recon while Rachel and Cassie wait outside, and Marco tells them half a riddle And Rachel and Cassie are like, what? What was that all about? And Jake's like, ha, he'll tell you the rest when we get back. And it's sweet and it's cute.
It's a really good moment.
And they go in, and almost immediately Jake like touches a pipe and is like, ow. And then Marco's like, oh, was it hot? And Jake's like, no, it was cold. And then Marco touches it also and is like, ow. Which just makes me so happy, because Jake's like, oh no, don't touch that, it hurts. And Marco's like, okay, touch. Like, Marco, buddy.
Dumb ass boy. Stupid smelly boy, stupid pasta house.
I love, it's so Marco, and it's great because you know that he's the type of friend where you could like open up your carton of milk at lunch and be like, ew, this smells disgusting, and shove it at him, and he'd smell it and be like, ew, you're right, it does smell disgusting. Which, like, I need those friends.
Yeah.
Because I am that friend also. Yeah, and, you know, things escalate very quickly after that. They morph, and they get trapped because of the morph energy, and we hear engine noises that couldn't mean anything except that they're going to space, baby. Oh, shit. And they do.
And then they run around the ship for a little bit, and then they come face to face with Visser 3, his horde, and Visser 1, who is Marco's mother. What?
Yeah, we skipped so much in that sentence.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It's okay, but I mean it's fair because, like I said, these A and B plots are really, really unbalanced, so we keep flashing back and forth between the boys and the girls, but the girls overhear like a phone call confirming that the boys have been captured, and they look at each other like, "Ah, yeah, girls' night." Like they're like ladies' rescue mission. Let's do it. It's great. And then when the boys finally realize they're in space, we get this like weird rip-off 9 Inch Nails song in the background while they sort of stare out into space, which I love and is so perfectly low-budget 90s show that I couldn't have like scripted it to be any better.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nice. See, I really like the gang split up in these pairings. As much as I like all of them interacting, and as much as I like the more side friendships like Cassie and Marco, seeing sort of the main gang doing their thing is so great because we get moments like Rachel's about to do something dangerous and then is like, "See you on the other side" to Cassie, or we get Cassie being like, "Well, you know what? I guess we're going to have to be super destructive to, you know, destroy this thing." And Rachel's just looking at her like she's never been prouder in her entire life.
Yeah.
Which is so great. And so, okay, this was my main conflict with the riddle thing. After having established the riddle thing that his mom does, he does it to the entire gang. And then he does it again, which I'm conflicted about. Payoff-wise, I think they should have chosen one. And I think that keeping this one would have been better, because then it would have been a private thing between him and Jake. I think would have been a lot more emotionally resonant, rather than calling it back twice, which degrades both of them. I think if Marco had just like whispered to Jake like 1,500 pounds. That would have been... Oh, right, because the riddle is what's the difference... How do you tell the difference between a horse and a fish? It's specifically worded to be what's the difference between a horse and a fish. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean... No, wait, hold on. He couldn't have given the answer because they're not out of danger yet, but... Yeah. Yeah, I think... Because I love the setup. I love the idea of them paying it off in the same episode. I think that doing it twice like they did is... like super disappointing, and I know it's stupid to criticize the writing and the structure of this show. It's just so frustrating because it was like a genuine moment of emotional resonance that I felt like they could have so easily put a pin in or like actually amplified, but instead they ruined it for themselves, which I just is just frustrating. Yep. And it's fine, because then we see Visser 1 strut out in a turtleneck, and I immediately fall in love with her. Yeah.
Like, I just, as soon as I saw her, I just quoted that what's that fucking post? In this moment, I was immediately aware that this woman was married to me and currently divorcing me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's incredible. Also, it's a little weird, stupid, tiny criticism. Instead of having Marco be like, oh my god, that's my mom, or even just like, Mom? They have Jake go, Marco, it's
that's
your mom.
Dude!
It's like, why?
Dude, it's your mom!
Like, I know that they had to have someone say it, especially because they've only just established her face through a photograph, really, in this episode.
That we saw 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, but I have terrible face recognition, so I would have appreciated it regardless. But I know someone had to say it, but it shouldn't have been Jake, and it shouldn't have been a statement. If it had to be Jake, it should have been a question. Oh my god, is that your mom? Like, again, I understand I'm asking too much, but...
No, it's okay. You are entirely valid.
It's just when the mistakes... See, I think with this sort of show, I can handle a lot of stupidity and a lot of bad writing, but when the writing or structure is so close to working, I get very frustrated because it feels like they literally needed to put in that like 10 more fucking minutes of punch up and it would be more than 10 times better. And it just, I get so mad because I like liking things, and when they don't let me like them because they're bad, I get angry about it.
Yeah. And then we go to the next episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, next episode is, we get the whole, like, we eat like a minute and a half of the runtime just by doing like the previously on Animorphs thing, which is probably for the best because I feel like there's just a lot of not much that happens in this episode. In the second half of it. They pad time in some weird ways by adding fake suspense. These two episodes actually have sort of the most fake suspense that we've ever seen in. Yeah. And I don't know if it's just for padding time. I don't think that this could have been a one-parter. No,
there's too much, but like when we have the dramatic Rachel and Cassie jumping across a chasm, the music, like Rachel's like, don't worry, I do this all the time, and she jumps and the music ramps up and oh my god, like Cassie's gonna try and jump and she's gonna miss and Rachel's gonna have to catch her or something's gonna happen, something bad is gonna happen, and then Cassie just jumps across.
She does it.
And it's like,
I'm so proud of her.
It's like, well, okay, good.
They also add a detail that is entirely absent from the book.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like which is weird because like they did that and then that added budget. I feel like that might have added budgetary constraints, or like might have added to the budget. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like at the end when it's like, do you choose to go to button A or button B?
Oh yeah.
I know I'm jumping around here. She's like, that's a weird that's like 2 minutes that like.
Yeah, no, but that's definitely what I'm talking about when it comes to fake suspense.
Yeah.
That they like build up a problem and they try to make it tense, and then the problem is just resolved with literally no consequences.
Yep.
But the beginning of this episode is great. We get Jake and Marco staring, and Marco's kind of trying to move towards his mom, and Jake's like, stop. And then Jake literally says, don't do anything stupid. And Marco like sort of stops moving for a second, immediately tries to throw himself over like what they're hiding behind, and Jake just grabs him. And I just love the dynamic of don't do anything stupid. Okay. Like, Marco.
Don't do anything stupid. Okay. Yeet!
Yeah. Okay, so the notes I have keep getting interrupted by me saying, Visser one is my wife. It comes up a lot in this episode, actually. I think that I specifically said this because no, that it happens later. And I don't know. She's a villain wearing a turtleneck, and I love her. I love her so much, and it's great. And we keep flipping between the rescue gang and the trapped gang. We see Cassie and Rachel just flirting in the vents, which is so cute.
Yeah. They are so gay for each other.
It's great. It's so nice. And we, like, I really like what they did with the Visser 1 ship set.
Yeah.
Like they have the room that's just full of plants, and we see Visser 1 just spraying all of her plants. It's his weed room. Yeah.
It's the weed room.
Yeah, because as we know...
These plants help keep my host calm.
Yeah. And I love the, like...
They're stoner plants.
It's great. It's
but
like...
what if her name was Visser Stoned? Like, parentheses ST, end parentheses ONE, parentheses D, parentheses...
Yeah. What if it were, though?
What if... Hey, great news, Sada. Found the episode title.
Perfect. Yeah, it's great. It's really moody. It's like plants everywhere and sci-fi lighting and metal. And then we get Visser 1 and 3 just chomping at each other. Oh, I love it. If this show could be all just villains trying to out-monologue each other, it would be my favorite show of all time.
Yeah.
It makes me so happy.
And
it's
so,
great.
Is next when Marco and Jake find the ship? I'm sorry, my brain is all out of sorts.
Yeah, they find...
I gotta take better notes.
It's not an escape pod, it's a blade ship or whatever, but it's essentially an escape pod. It's a smaller ship inside of this big ship, right?
Yeah.
And Jake's like, okay, well, let's go. And Marco's like, cool, great plan, but fuck you, I have to save my mom. And Jake's like, what? I mean, no, you have to come with me. And Marco's like, dude, I understand if you want to go. I understand that's the smart thing to do. It's a really good plan. You should follow through with it. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go get my mom. Thank you. It's like, Marco. Oh, it's great. It's good. And we get a, half cliffhanger of Marco leaving and Jake staying in the ship. We switch back to Cassie and Rachel for a moment, which just has the really great moment of Cassie being like, hey, Rachel, do you have a plan of what we're going to do when we get to the Kandrona Ray? And Rachel, like, gives her this winning smile and holds up 2 giant lug wrenches and is like, yes, I do. And then I wrote down, like...
It's so good!
I don't want to get into, like, the gender politics of Animorphs or whatever, but I love that this episode has the girls doing a super physical run around and break shit mission, while the boys are doing the, like, sneaky talk about our feelings mission. I'm not saying it's, like, revolutionary and, like, destroy the patriarchy or whatever. It's just something that's nice to see and probably would have been really nice to see as a kid.
There's a scene that we skipped over. This is very minor, so, like, it's nothing. But when Rachel and Cassie are trying to escape from the controllers in the facility, they Cassie they round a corner. Cassie pushes open a door and then hides on. Yet. Oh, it hasn't?
Nope.
I thought that was after. I thought that was. Oh, okay. My mistake.
Because they're still... they've just crawled out of the vents, basically.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah.
God damn it. I need to take way better notes.
It's cool. I have to... I take overextensive notes because I know my brain don't work.
You'd think I'd have learned that by now.
Yeah. It's fine. These episodes are so hard to sort out because of how often they switch back and forth and how... At this point, this is the point of the episode that happens every episode where we just see a bunch of running. We get the boys running through the halls of the spaceship. We get the girls running through the halls of the facility. I wrote down this may as well be a Doctor Who episode with all of the running through halls.
It's a good joke.
It's... yeah, they're just running. They escape to their various things. Marco and Jake go back into the blade ship.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's at this point that Jake actually manages to convince Marco, like, hey, dying to maybe save your mom now is not a good plan. Escape with me. We will save her. We will save your mom and my brother. We can't do that if you die doing a stupid mission with no plan.
Yeah.
And Marco's like, fine. Hits a couple random buttons on the soundboard that they're pretending controls a spaceship.
And launches that bitch.
And launches it. And then there's this great scene where Marco accidentally closes the, like, shutters or whatever over the windows.
Yeah.
And Jake is like, well, now we can't see anything. And Marco gives him the most withering glare and is like, it's space, Jake. There's nothing to see. And I think it's because Marco's a nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, we're in the vacuum of space. What the fuck? It's so good.
Yeah, no, it's extremely good.
Yeah,
well, that door shutting was way louder than I thought it would be. Oops.
They're as they're like half escaping, they've launched this ship. Visser 1 and 3 are fucking monologuing at each other again, and Visser 3 is very much like, we know that 2 of the bandits are in there, let's just blow it up. And Visser 1 is like, you fucking fool, you coward, how dare you, we need one of them to unlock the thing, I hate you, I'll destroy you, how could you even suggest such a stupid plan of action, I'm gonna get you fired. She just goes on. It makes me so happy. I love them both so much. They're such doofuses.
It's so good.
And they're like dangerous, but also they don't know how to do their jobs. And it's the perfect combination.
I do have to say,
villain.
I do like the way that Visser 1 let them get away in the book a little bit better.
Me too.
Where she directly opened a direct line of
explicit.
communications with the kids.
Yeah. I do like that. It's more of a like undertone in the episode of her being like, wow, if shit goes wrong again, it'll be really fun to blame you. Rather than being like, ha ha, I fucked up
I am
your
keeping
thing.
you from getting a promotion. Yeah. And I do like that latter one though, because it's much more like childish, not human, because these are aliens, but like humanoid.
Yeah, it's
action.
great. Well, it's perfect.
It's spite.
The Yeerks are such a good villain, partially because they are so spiteful, and like they have flaws, and they're not a perfect army. Like they are a total threat, but part of that is just quantity. Yeah. And it's great that their leaders have infighting and have like bureaucracy.
It's so good.
Then bureaucracy can fail them, and the chain of command can fail them. It makes them such a great villain, both because it can be exploited for the kids to not just die every single episode, but also just because it's way more realistic.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. Are we at the part that I wanted to talk about yet, with the guy like busting through the door?
Yeah, we may as well be, because pretty much the girls escape. And we focus on the boys. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Cassie and Rachel run down the hallway, and then like Cassie like opens the door to make it look like they went down there, but they hide around the corner and no one looks. And then this one guy just like he jumps like a foot off the ground, like the fucking vertical leap of a tiger, just like yeets right through the doorway.
It's like me playing any video game where you can jump. And I'm just like, this is how walking happens now. Bounce, 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 bounce. But instead, it's a security guard trying to chase down 2 teen girls. And it's all the more funny because the 2 or 3 people running with him do not jump. They just keep running.
You know what I thought? You know what it made me think of is that Vine where like the guy like jumps through the doorway and like bonks his head on like the metal frame, and it makes like this weird like this thunk sound, like metal on metal almost.
Oh no!
Have you ever seen that one?
I don't think so.
Oh, but it's a classic.
Yeah, that's.
But then so the boys are in the ship, and like Axe sends out like a massive. He uses like all of his powers in his brain to like send out a massive thought speak ray to them, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna take you guys home. Inspired
by the fact that Visser 3 is thought speaking threats at them, and Axe hears it. This is also the first time we've seen Axe in these 2 episodes. Early on in the first episode, I believe when they're sort of just entering the facility, Cassie is like, yeah, and with Axe and Tobias both hanging low, I guess we won't see them. And then it's great because we swap back from the boys in space to Axe just like in the barn looking surprised. And it's like, oh, hi, bud.
Yeah.
And he's just with Cassie and Rachel. And he's like, oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, no, I know where they are. And Cassie and Rachel are like, where are they? And he's like, far away. And they're like, where is that? And he's like, in space. Like Axe.
But then he beams them some information in one of the jokes that, like, one of the few jokes in the series that has gotten, like, a genuine belly laugh out of me.
The classic button gag.
Like, yeah, because he, like, Axe is, like, he uses his thought speaking, he's like, Marco, Jake, do you see the button that does blah, 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 blah? And Cassie's like, in English, please. And he's like, a red button with a squiggly line. And Marco's like, yes, and hits it, and then, like, all the lights dim, and Axe is like, don't touch that. It just turns off the lights.
It really got me. It's such a good, like, classic gag, because the pause is so... Do you see a red squiggly button? Don't touch that button. It's like, fuck, Axe.
Right, yeah, because he can't hear that.
I know communication isn't your strong suit, bud, but, like... You were going to be an army, right? Like, you were going to be a commander. You gotta learn to communicate your orders better.
Hold on. Sorry to call you out on this. Back it up for a second. You just said Axe was going to be an army.
I know.
Okay. All right.
I've said things more stupidly, probably in this episode.
You got a point. So they...
Now, yet again, I have a very important note that says I'm in love with Visser 1.
Yes.
And
because
yeah,
she, like...
now,
Is this when she, like, does, like, the hands thing with with the plants?
Yes. Yeah.
When she clenches her fists and...
Yeah. The boys successfully get away after we get yet the false suspense thing we were talking about earlier, which is there are two... This also, thinking about it now, is such a weird thing for a ship to have. Axe is like, okay, there's going to be two buttons that look like this. One of them is programmed to come back to Earth, and the other is programmed to go back to the Yerk planet. But they look exactly the same. And so essentially they just have to guess, and it's like tension. And it's not like they solve the puzzle or anything. Like... They just hit guess. One of the Marco buttons randomly, and it happens to work out. And now, so they go back to Earth.
Now, here's my question for you. If you're on a spaceship and you have full control of the spaceship, and let's just say that you are a controller and you are flying the blade ship, and you're like, okay, I'm setting a course for this planet. And then someone radios you, and you're you're already in flight, and someone radios you, and they're like, yeah, don't go near the airspace. There's, like, some other races are, like, fighting a war over there. You should probably avoid it. And you're like, well, I can't undo it, because once my ship's coordinates are set in motion, I can't undo it, because that's what the scene is implying. Once you press the one button, you are locked out from doing anything else.
Yeah, because otherwise it doesn't matter what button they hit, because they could hit the Yerk home button and then be like, whoops, we're going away from Earth. Let's hit the other button.
But, like, what kind of functionality is that?
It's nonsense.
I know.
Yeah, it's very... It's, like, fine. This is supposed to be the most, like, some of the most advanced technology in the universe, but okay.
Yeah. So... Does the episode, the episode just, like, pretty much ends from there, right? Like,
sure.
No, sorry. They all get back together. Marco goes home, and on his wall is a cutout of... Wait. Rewind.
Because the gang reunites, and they have these lovely, but, like, of all of the characters that are supposed to have romantic moments when they reunite and rejoin... Axe and Jake absolutely have the most tender moment. Like, they again weirdly try to push the Marco-Rachel thing, where Marco, like, sort of grabs her hips as a, like, joke, being like, I know you missed me. And she's literally like, don't even try, and, like, pushes him, which is kind of funny. And Jake and Cassie, like, stare open-mouthed at each other. But Axe, like... grabs Jake's arm and, like, squeezes and, like, looks at him really hard. Like, it's very intimate. And then he just leaves. But it's like, nobody else even initiated physical contact with each other except Marco and Rachel doing it, like, as a joke.
Yeah.
And it's really good.
Yeah. So then we go back to Marco's house, yes?
After Marco tells Jake not to tell anybody that his mom is controller. Yeah.
So go back to Marco's house, and Marco's dad has framed the turkey painting, the turkey hand painting that he did with that young Marco did with his like mannish large hands.
Yeah, he hasn't painted over it and has just hung an empty frame on top of it. It's very very sweet. And then we get the line that I think is something very similar happens in the books, and it's just as it's one that I really appreciate, which is Marco's dad being like, I bet your mom's watching from up there. And Marco, like, looks up to space and is like, And
then there's a knock at the door, and all of the other Animorphs are there, and then either Cassie or Rachel, I can't remember. You never did tell us. How do you tell the difference between a horse and a fish? And then Marco laughs, and then the episode ends.
Yeah, they don't answer the fucking riddle.
So the answer to the riddle is, I looked this up on Yahoo Answers, so you know this is true.
No, this is nonsense. I refuse to even accept that this is a potential answer, but do go ahead.
from Yahoo Answers user Enchanted, horse suffocates you when you ride it. Sorry, horse suffocates when you ride it. Fish suffocates when you want it in your pan.
It doesn't mean anything.
Here's another one. This one from Natsu or Naruto, Animorphs.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, bud, I guess.
Yep.
The difference is I trust fish.
1,500 pounds. So we got a shitload of questions this week.
Woo!
This question from @WhatIsCosplay. What's y'all's favorite Smash Brothers character? I never played her, but I fucking love Bayonetta, and I will die for her.
I never played it.
Sure. Who is in Smash Brothers that you like?
I don't know. Who's in Smash Brothers?
All right. What do the Animorphs sing at karaoke?
I like Kirby. Kirby's cool.
I knew you were going to say Kirby.
I don't know. I looked
what did
at
the Animorphs sing
cool one.
Yeah, no. I knew that you were going to say Kirby, though. What did the Animorphs sing at karaoke? Which one of them sings Don't You Forget About Me? Marco, right? Marco absolutely sings Don't You Forget About Me?
Yeah, but only as, like, a bit.
Obviously, yes.
Where he does it, like, in character as all of the Breakfast Club characters.
I like the idea of Axe, like, just reading, like, not exactly understanding how karaoke works, just kind of, like, reading the words and not having heard this song before at all. He's just, like, into the microphone, I like big butts, and I cannot lie. Mm-hmm. You other brothers cannot deny. Like, just, he's doing slam poetry.
Mm-hmm.
Or, is it beat poetry?
Those are both things.
Okay. Yay! What do the rest of them sing? Does Tobias sing Freebird?
So here's the problem I have answering this question is there are a lot of fucking songs in the world.
Yeah. Let's just do this quick though. So I think Tobias sings Freebird.
That's a funny joke, but he doesn't.
No, he doesn't, not at all.
If any, that one song that's like, I just wanna fly.
Oh yeah, put your arms around me, baby. I think Rachel probably sings like a Fleetwood Mac song. No, Cassie sings a Fleetwood Mac song.
Yeah.
Cassie sings like The Chain. Cassie would absolutely sing The Chain.
We can't answer karaoke songs quickly because karaoke is not just about the song you like. It's about the performance you want to give. The song you
do. I still hold to Cassie doing a fantastic rendition of The Chain.
Sure, and also because Cassie is definitely the type that would, like, not care about bringing an entire bar down by singing, like, a not party song.
Yeah. I got nothing for the rest. So
yeah, no, that's fine. I'm politically abstaining from this question because I think that it requires too much thought. I will consider answering it next week once I have meditated on it.
I am so excited to hear your answers. This question, I guess, from @MaxySatan. Yeerks, more like yeeks. Am I right?
No. Next question.
Which Animorph has the best/worst taste in music?
Oh.
I think at this age, Marco just, like, listens exclusively to, like, meme music. Almost exclusively. Like, just bad music. Like, I don't like calling anyone's taste in music bad, but, like, Marco's listened to, like, Dragosta Dinte and the Rickroll song and probably Caramel Downson, and he's like...
Those weren't memes yet, though.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah.
Was All Your Bass Are Belong to Us a meme yet? That's an old one.
No, not even... No.
No, wait. Zero Wing is older than the show. I'm sure of it.
Okay, but it wasn't a meme yet. Because it was 1998. Like, no, memes didn't... I mean, like, it was like maybe Dancing Baby was a meme. Like, maybe he's listening to the Hamtaro song.
This is the only question that I had an answer to.
Okay, I mean, it's fine. Keep going, then.
But what else to listen to? I already said Cassie listens to Fleetwood Mac. I don't know what else to say for that.
Tobias has an incredible taste in music, but he's also a complete snot about it.
Oh my god, yes.
Like, he is always, like, finding weird tapes and, like, taking buses to the big city so that he can see bands and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's always trying to push the music on other people. And
listen, Jake, please, Jake, please, just listen to this tape. You are gonna fucking love them. They're called Sun.
Jake listens, like, I think Jake doesn't care about music that much.
I don't know. I get a real pop punk vibe from him.
Yeah, maybe, but he
like,
doesn't, like,
oh my
actively
God, I can
consume it. He
I
like, listens to it because it's on.
Yeah, fair. I do very much, like, imagine Jake being one of those, like, this town kind of guys.
Really?
You know? Something about it seems right.
I disagree. Like...
I've been wrong before.
Jake is not, I think, doesn't have that specific angst. I think that Rachel, I think he listens to pop punk because Rachel listens to it secretly. Like, she doesn't tell anybody, but she listens to it and Jake knows, so he listens to it, like, with her. I think, honestly, he listens to, like, fucking butt rock and, like, whatever's on the radio.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Ash just listens to, like, the weird shit. Like, he's the only... Ash is the only one who, like, gets some of Tobias's music.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Just, like, he's, like...
Very experimental, like, noise sets.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh. He hates a melody. He cannot stand it.
Please, Prince Jake, this Sun is very good. And then, what's... I mean, you already said Rachel listens to, like, pop punk in secrecy. What else does she jam out to?
Pop, like, she loves boy bands and shit for sure.
Yeah.
And if it were modern time, she'd love, you know, all the party pop, but she'd also love all of the, like, she'd really like radio now, I think, like, or radio a couple years ago when, like, she'd love Thunder by Imagine Dragons, you know, like, very like,
that's such a specific poll, but you're so right.
Like, she likes it.
Oh my god, I can just imagine her weeping over Little Lion Man.
It's great. Like, I think that she loves what's, like, top 40 stuff, and this era of it would be great because, like, it's a little angry and a little angsty, but it's still, like, here to have a good time.
Oh my god. One Last Kiss by Pink.
She would love Pink.
She would be the biggest. What's the other, like, kind of sad jam that Pink has that I can't remember off the top of my head?
There are a couple.
Yeah.
It depends what kind of sad you're looking for.
I'm gonna go ahead and just look at her singles real quick.
Cassie loves Annie DeFranco. Like, for sure. Cassie loves probably anything Lilith Fair related. I don't know if Annie DeFranco was actually at Lilith Fair, but... And also, I think that Cassie just listens to... Like, she'd love, like, a Fiona Apple.
Please Don't Leave Me.
Oh, yeah. That's a classic.
Raise Your Glass.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, and Tobias, like, secretly loves Linkin Park, and when he's... when he's 28, he'll listen to Meteora again and be like... You know what? Actually, it's, like, a really solid album, so... And he'll, like, justify his taste retrospectively.
I feel like that was a lot. I feel like that was a lot of people, myself included, like, a lot of people's reactions in the wake of Chester Bennington's death. Like, because, like, I was, like, I had, like, kind of joked. I'd listened to a couple of Linkin Park singles, but never listened to an actual album and kind of been joking about it my entire life. And then I was like, what if I just listen to Meteora and just see what it's like? And then I was like, oh, wait. This is good.
I've completely non-ironically loved them for most of my life. Like, I never...
It
was never a secret for me. I had to take a break from them for a while because I listened to them so much. But I think I've always kind of loved them. It's nice to see other people being like, oh, yeah, this is good. And I'm like, yeah.
I liked a lot. I did like what I heard from them, but I just kind of kept it in secret. Like I can still just kind of do all of In the End, just like the entire song.
Well, yeah. I can probably do Meteora and Hybrid Theory front to back.
Hot damn. No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, as someone who, like, listened to those songs a lot as, like, a 12-year-old and then not again until, like, a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so, next question. What if the Animorphs were straight? What would be different about the series, if anything?
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't be interested in it.
Yeah. If Animorphs had crossovers, what are the top 3 franchises you would want it crossed with? I'm gonna give... I have one answer for this, and you're gonna laugh at me for this. But I'm valid, because the answer I have is Tokyo Mew Mew.
I don't know enough about Tokyo Mew Mew to laugh at you for that.
Thank God.
Seems fine.
That's like the one I have off the dome.
I mean... I don't have an answer for this. I don't, like... Because I can't think of anything, like any particularly interesting interaction that I need the gang to have they don't already get from their, like, weird sci-fi. Because normally that's what I do. I, like, drag them into a weird sci-fi world, but, like...
Seda, I got a question for you.
Uh-huh.
What if it was crossed with Buffy?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to like do a gut check on that. That question was from @BestTransGirl, by the way.
Yeah, that would be great actually, because Rachel and Buffy would get along so well. It would be so good.
What was Seth Green's character named? Oz, right?
And
yeah, he and Tobias would be friends.
Yeah, that's probably true. Well, Tobias would be nervous around him.
Xander and Marco would be buddies.
Absolutely. And Willow and Cassie, like, while not the same, like, I think that Cassie would just look up to Willow and also would be fascinated by, like, the science of magic, which Willow is also fascinated by. So she'd be like, yo, you could do actual magic? And Willow would be like, hell yeah, dude!
Oh my god, can you imagine how fascinated Giles would be to meet Axe, though? Can you imagine? Finally, someone who cares about his books to the same extent that he does. Finally, someone who can give him some knowledge that he does not already have from just living in the fucking stacks.
That's my dad and that's my son. And I love them so much. And they would appreciate each other and ask stupid stuff about that Giles, and Giles would know. And he would help him. I love him so much.
Okay, I'm glad I came up with this idea. Quick question. Xander very much does have an inferiority complex, right? I'm not misremembering that?
Yeah, it's like his entire character.
Okay. Again, it's been like 6 years since I saw an episode.
Yeah.
I very much need to rectify it. But if they put that shit back on Netflix, I will watch a fuckload of it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that's the crossover we want. We both want Buffy.
Yeah.
And then this last question from @Akumeoi. What is Animorphs?
Fuck if question.
I know. Yeah. So thanks for listening to this week's episode of The Wonder Years. Wow, long one this week. Holy shit. We can be found, if you want to support the show, patreon.com/fearbaiting. Help support the show and this and our sister show, Fearbaiting. If you support the show, we like to thank every single person that supports the show. There are other questions, says Seda. Oops. Seda, what are the other questions?
Maxie Satan asked, what's the most embarrassing thing your parents could do if they were puppeteered by alien invaders?
Oh, that didn't show up in that. I was just looking at the Wonder Years mentions. That didn't show up for some reason. Weird.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the tweet. I don't know.
That's very odd. Anyways,
I mean, I feel like the state. I don't know if my dad could do anything more embarrassing than like be my dad. You know?
That's about how I'm feeling.
But it's a really good question. I really like it. It's just,
It's just like I feel like parents are already like predisposed to like just doing that shit en natural. They don't need like alien assistance.
Sure. I mean, and as dramatic as it would be for my mother to be a human controller, that's already a plot line that we just saw of, oops, your mom's not dead, she's a controller. So I mean, that would be fascinating, but not particularly embarrassing. And then Jasmine Marsh at Pidmon asked, is Marco's mom hot or nothlit? And as determined several times by me during this episode, very hot, and I love her.
Very hot. Very hot.
Yeah, that's it. Just wanted to mark that off the list as well.
Catch. Good catch.
Yep.
Just doing that to note. I very intentionally skipped the Jasmine question just because I didn't really have a way to get around the is Marco's mom a thought, but thank you for navigating that.
Yeah, no problem.
Because I very much did not want to answer that question.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. Okay. Now we can get into the Patreon. Thank you very much for supporting the show. Friends of the show, Michael, Sophie, Alec, Paul Bechtel, and Twitter user Sophie Altergeist. If you want to get your names read like them on this and Fear Baiting, go ahead and head on over to patreon.com/fearbaiting. Toss a $5 or a $10 a month in our bucket. If you cannot support us at that level, that is totally fine. We also do you get a bunch of rewards at $1, like all like the early stuff we do, access to voting for Fear Baiting movies, access to if we ever do bonus content, we might do that at some point. I don't really know. But yeah, and if you can't support us there, you can also just give us a rating interview on iTunes, which I'm going to open now because I always forget to do this until it's actually time to talk about the iTunes.
I will say theoretical bonus content. I do very, very much want to run some sort of Animorphs tabletop role-playing game. For you and Blair, and maybe we can have a couple special guests to round out the cast. I don't know if we would actually play the kids or if we'd, switch it all up. I'm still in the planning process for that thing, but yeah, that's something I'm very interested in doing at some point.
Fuck yes. Did you just punch your microphone?
Yep.
It's stuck in here and vibrating.
Yeah, I'm a hand talker.
Yeah, I kind of got that. I kind of get that from you.
Yeah.
You can also check me out. Check us out on Twitter at The Wonder Yerks. Also check us out. Check me out specifically at GayestLulu on Twitter or chiesautonakasa@tumblr.com. You can also check out my other podcast, Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die, Not a Threat, Just a Fact, which is a leftism podcast that I do with 13 of my friends. We have far too many hosts, and we our $200 a month goal on Patreon is to kill one of the hosts every month. So I might not be around in a couple of months, folks.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Plan for that.
Seda.
Sure. I'm at Nudity on Twitter with an EA instead of a Y. I make music that's kind of serious in feelings as people you meet outside of bars, which you can find at gaygothvibes.online, or you can find my new goofy songs about things that don't matter podcast called Music for Molehills. I'm going to start putting out proper episodes in the next couple of weeks, and you can find that on Twitter at musicalmole.
I'm so fucking excited for that. Big announcement. Big fucking announcement.
Oh, yeah,
This is the last of the show we are doing for a while. Because Blair has finally finished his semester of college, his last semester. Yay, everyone clap for Blair! He did it! Next week, we are going to go back to the books. We are probably going to go back to a bi-monthly update schedule instead of the weekly, but that's still a little bit up in the air. But in the meantime, so next week we'll be back with me, Blair, and Seda. The whole fucking gang is going to be here, and I'm so fucking excited. I can't even explain.
Hell yeah. I'm also very, very excited.
But until next week, folks, I'm Sarah.
I'm Seda.
And remember...
Keep your hand on the Escafil device, and don't try to drink coffee while you're doing it.
I got caught off guard because I think I called myself Lulu at the beginning of the episode.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I did? Okay, cool. Okay. Bye.